Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn. In the last episode, we did a couple backtracking. We did a lot of backtracking in the last episode. We went back to Port Rago to get a couple of items and to talk to Briggs because there was a new cutscene that we could activate. And then we went back to Tepe Ruins to get a item out of a treasure chest we couldn't get because we didn't have Crush at the time. And then we went back to Border Town to get a summon that we could only use with the Dream Leaf. So we did a lot of backtracking in the last episode. And I did mention at the beginning, or at the very end of last episode, that we're at pretty much a point of no return. Upon looking and researching this a little bit more, I was a little bit wrong. I'm kind of right, I'm kind of wrong. The point of no return for this particular spot, and I'm gonna put up my thing up right now so you guys can see what Jin and summons you might miss if you go past this point. The point of no return isn't after you activate the Erangel prelude. It is actually like at the final room of the dungeon. And I want to make that clear because I was a little bit wrong, because I always thought it was like, well, once you enter the dungeon, you can't come out. No. I was wrong about that. You can use retreat, and you can still come out. But the actual point of no return is at the end of the dungeon we're about ready to explore today. It is at the very, very end of the dungeon. If you go past the third gate in particular, that's the point of no return. And right before we go in there, I'm going to make the same spiel again. But I forgot to mention that there is actually a Ginny on my list here that we haven't gotten yet, and you're probably wondering, well, where are we going to get that Ginny? We're going to get that in today's episode. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, I was mistaken last episode saying that by activating the dungeon itself is the point of no return. No, it's going into the final room of the dungeon is the point of no return. I'm so sorry about the confusion. Here's my fixed the mistake. Again, at this point, honestly, if you're going to go into this final dungeon right now, you should have everything. Because you should be going into the dungeon with everything right now. Because if you go in the final room, then you ain't come out. So, that's why I'm making this abundantly clear right now. Again, when we get to the final room in the dungeon, I will make the same spiel I've been making. So that way, everybody knows, hey, oh, I gotta get this stuff and make sure I have everything. Anyways, in today's episode, we're actually going to be going into said dungeon. So what we need to do is we need to talk to this little, I forget, I know it's a beast man, but I don't know what kind of animal he is. He looks like a chickmunk. Anyways, you talk to him, he says, hey, you got a request? Hit yes, and he says, right, that song. Do you want us to go ahead and play it right now? Yeah, I'll go ahead and play it. Ahem. 1, 2, 3. Tyrell's dancing. I always love that little touch there. Whoa! They're like floating, using the force on their instruments to make them float in telekinesis and stuff. Are they adepts too? This is where the song gets really weird because it's like putting the whole entire town into a trance. And thus, the entrance to Belinsk Ruins is open to us. Matthew. It's me, Sveta. Do you all hear Sveta's voice? Sveta of the Chizmarl clan? So you know about that name. There's no time now, but I will explain further. There's no use looking around for me. I'm not there. It seems Sveta is somehow projecting her voice directly into our minds. Telepathy! She's doing telepathy on us. Yes, that's it exactly. One more thing. You were hiding from us. Oh, one more thing you were hiding from us. I was meant to say that. No, this conversation is actually thanks to the Arangoa prelude. Do you not believe me? I know you think you cannot trust me because of the secret about my brother. But there is no time to doubt. When the music ends, we won't be able to speak anymore. Thank you for giving me a chance. Now please hear me out. Arangoa Prelude is the key into the ruins. While it plays, most people are mesmerized. As you can see, they're all like in a trance. But hurry, enter the ruins underground through the statue before the music ends. Now! This is what I'm talking about. I think if I remember, they won't let you leave the town. I think... Yeah, you won't be able to leave the town. That's why it's just... I think this is more of an appropriate spot for... to tell you about the point of no return. But as soon as you do that, we need to go inside Belinsk Ruins. Now, first of order of business, come all the way down here and go out this way. You remember that treasure chest we couldn't get before? Well, here we go. Here's that treasure chest. And inside is the storm gear. Storm gear is actually powerful, like, armor. Let's go ahead and equip that. I'm going to give that to... Actually, what does that do? Resist water, fire, and wind. Oh, that's pretty neat. I didn't realize it did that. Let's give it to... Let's give it to Matthew. I'm gonna get the planet armor and have Tyrell equip the planet armor, and I'm gonna equip the storm gear to Matthew. So... We have the spiked armor, and the only person that can wear it, and none of the other ones can wear it, so we're just going to have to hold on to it for right now. But let's go back into Belinsk Ruins. And as soon as you come in here, you're going to come up to a glyph text right here. It says, offer a fragment of the volcano's power to reach the interior. Now, if you guys recall about 2 episodes ago when we were at Talon Peak, it says a pedestal here looks like you could place something on it. What it actually means is, we got a bunch of magma shards from the rock, the mountain rock, and actually we're going to be using these magma shards to kind of progress in this dungeon. So let's put a piece of the magma shard on the pedestal, and that'll activate this. And then we can progress. Now, we only had 4, so we have only 3 more. There's only going to be like 3 more of these things that we have to put on here. And actually another one's right here, so we're actually going to have to be using these, using it again. So let's go ahead and down here and jump across. And we're going to activate this pedestal and put another of the magma shards on there. There we go. And as soon as you do that, more of these platforms here are going to rise up. So now we only have 2 more of these magma shards. Like I said, well, I mean, it's kind of the reason why they gave you the finite numbers, because that's how many there are in the dungeon. But inside this treasure chest is a vial, so it heals you by 500 HP. And now we're just going to go all the way over here. Now, you probably will see if you come all the way down this way, there's a wall here blocking our entrance, and it looks like there's another pedestal right there that has a magma shard. Well, we can't go through that way, so don't worry about it for right now. Where we're going to go is we're going to go north here. And on the 2 sides here, you'll notice that there's a treasure chest on that side, and there's a treasure chest on the other side as well. But unfortunately, the path is blocked. We're going to be coming back to that very shortly, so be mindful of both these sides. Now here we're going to have to put another magma shard here. So now we'll only have 1 more magma shard to put. Once it does, it opens up. And pretty much activates the ruins too, in a way. And it closes off the exit to Belinsk Ruins. So You cannot leave. The only way you're going to be able to leave is if you use retreat. If you need to use retreat, that's the only way you're going to get out of the dungeon. So, you came as promised. Thank you. Hi, Sveta. There she is. Sveta, what's the deal? You're part of the Morgul royal family. Nothing escapes you, does it, Tyrell? That's right. So why the big secret? Because she didn't want to reveal her identity, I guess. Shh! You mustn't raise your voice, or they'll find us. Who? Yeah, my point exactly, Karis. The Tuaparang commanders are here with us. So let's go. I do not know how to say this word. I hope I say it right, though. I'm going to say it a lot from now on. The Tuaparang. Let's go see what that key term is. The Tuaparang. This enigmatic nation is great scientific and military prowess. They fly in a giant airship, giving them the name Zenith Tribe. They are obviously interested in all things related to alchemy, including ancient devices and psi-energy vortexes. Psi-energy vortexes? We haven't seen that in a while. You guys remember those? But yeah, that's the Tuaparang. I hope I say that right. I've always had bad pronunciation with a lot of these key terms, but Tuaparang, that's them. And there's Blados and Chalice right there. They must be part of the Tuaparang that Sveta mentioned. I believe you've already encountered Blados and Chalice. Yeah, unfortunately we have. They're from the Tuaparang? Why are they here in Belinsk? I've heard of the Tuaparang, but I don't know much about it. It's a country ruled over by someone they call the High Emperor. Tuaparang seems to be focused entirely on military power and conquest rather than helping its citizens. So it's an imperialistic nation. Okay. It saddens me deeply to imagine such a place. But Sveta, how... One more thing. Please understand that I never wanted to mislead you. But that poor girl, Hao Ju, was imprisoned after losing her parents. I thought if I helped her brother... Ah, so that's the trap that Blados used on you. What? Blados used you. She doesn't even realize it either. No, that can't be. Unfortunately, it is. That would mean my brother... Volchik would have to be part of Blados' scheme. Why would he... So, you all were... And Hao Ju was... Magma Orb? What's that? Ah, the power source of the ruins. And Riao Qiao stole it? Why would he do something so dangerous? Because he's an idiot. Amazing. Did you get all that from our mines? Sveta, that was astounding. I knew you had extrasensory ability, but still most impressive. Really? I'm glad you appreciate it, but I wish it was gone. Life would be better without it. Yeah. This is, you know, that kind of reminds me of, I know probably a lot of you, especially my fiance's favorite game is Metal Gear Solid, and this reminds me of the same thing with Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis had telepathic powers where he would read minds, and he would always be like, "Oh, well," you know, he said when he was in the game that he wished he could get rid of the power because he kept reading people's minds. He wouldn't have inner peace in a way. That's kind of what I'm getting off with this conversation. My father felt the same way, Sveta. I know living with telepathy can be hard, but him! Sorry to butt into your special time, but we kinda have a job to do here. Alright, Tyrell. Matthew, I'm sorry for getting you all involved without telling you the whole story. Can you forgive me? Yeah, you don't seem like you really were meaning us any harm in the beginning with, anyways. You're right, we've both been deceived. All the more reason to put aside our differences then. Thank you for understanding. So, that's all settled? Huh? Well, why are you looking at me? I'm just making sure that we've all forgiven Sveta now. Oh, that? Yeah, we're good. I love how nonchalant he was about that. Wonderful. Also, if you're willing to come with us, Sveta, I'm sure you'll be very useful. Certainly, an adept with extraordinary abilities, and also who knows her way around Belinsk, it sounds ideal. Thank you for the vote of confidence, but I don't actually know much about the ruins. This area is just one part of the ruins complex, and I've only been here a few times. But we should be fine. I walked south to get here, so if we head north, we should get to the castle. Finally, some information we can actually use. Alright, let's head to the castle. Alright. So Sveta actually rejoins the party right here. And, by the way, she stays from the rest of the game now. So, she's actually a permanent party member now. Unfortunately, like, if you want to leave the dungeon, she has to stay here because that's kind of the point. You're supposed to just keep going forward. So, anyways, speaking of Sveta, here's her Ginny right here. I should probably take a look at some of these guys here. Fleet, boost your party's agility with wind at your back. Waft is smite and lull foe to sleep with its aroma. Bolt is attack and stun a foe with electric force. Breeze, boost party resistance with a gentle breeze. And Haze, hide away to avoid damage. Alright, so let's I kind of want to fix some things around here. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to. Matthew has to share a bunch of his Earth Ginny right now, so I'm gonna have to just kind of play it the way it is right now. Actually, you know what? I kind of want Pewter with. Yeah, let's trade Furrow. Put Pewter on Matthew right now. We're gonna put him on standby. So there we go. We should be all right. Now, if you guys remember, Sveta is kind of a knuckle user, so she's more of a brawler, but she can also turn into a beast in battle. So that's pretty neat. One thing, I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to, let's go and have Sveta, let's use some of her abilities in battle. I'm going to switch Tyrell for right now, and I'm going to have 2 wind adepts, but there's going to be a reason. Let's go up north here. Strange. It looks like the path is blocked. What's wrong, Sveta? And actually, Sveta got updated, so let's go see Sveta's profile. Sveta, the Beastman, is part of the Chasmarl clan, royal family of Morgul. She is King Volchek's younger sister. Her unique powers let her read minds and render sense invisible. In battle, she can transform into a ferocious beast. Okay, so stuff we know already. The path is gone. Gone? Where'd it go? I have no idea. What could be happening? There was only one path. I couldn't have taken a wrong turn. We should climb those stairs, should we not? And from there we should reach the castle? Yes, that's right. We should be able to go right into the castle from there. I am confused. But with the path gone, we apparently can't get any farther north. And so we can't get into Belinsk Castle. Wait, did you hear all that buzzing sound? And the smell of hot oil? I think a machine's just starting up. How did you open the door just before we met again? Easy. We used a magma shard. And we have seen platforms and such change in response to the shards. What's going on? No! Something in the ruins has activated. Because of the magma shard? Surely not. A magma shard wouldn't have enough power, would it? I don't know. But it looks like our promise to Laurel may have been broken. Oh no. It must have been Raukio, and he had the Magma Orb. How could he do this? We cannot find out from here. Let us proceed into the depths of the ruins. Let's get going. If we talk any longer, Iolio will be soup by the time we get to him. Yeah, you're right. And so this kind of indicates that you need to go down to the ruins. You need to go through this dungeon. Now, I didn't mention this at the beginning of the episode, but I will now. This is by far the longest dungeon in the game, at least in my opinion. A single dungeon. This is the longest dungeon. It takes probably a good hour to do. I think this is a little bit longer than Craggy Peak Ruins, which was really long in my opinion. But we need to go down here and go down south, and we go through here. What are we looking at? It's a gate. A giant gate blocking our path. It would appear to be a gate. A gate into the deepest part of the ruins, or so I would imagine. We've come this far. I guess we just keep going? Is someone pushing us a certain way? The Tuaparang, maybe? I don't know, but it doesn't feel like the Tuaparang to me. Who then? Sveta, what do you know about this gate? Nothing. I thought this was a dead end. But I agree with Karis. We have no choice but to press on. But I must admit, the ruins are amazing. I never dreamed anything like this under Belinsk. We couldn't agree more. Oh boy, here they come. I'm glad you finally decided to show yourself. What do you mean? Raukio and Haozan have been following us through the passages for some time. We meet again, you numbskulls. That's it, Raukio, you treacherous. Please, allow us to apologize for our recent actions. I don't know about that, man. You kind of acted on your own. You were kind of being, you know, threatening. Apologize? I'm afraid the stakes are too high for a simple apology to suffice. Everyone, please. We don't have time for infighting. Now, let's... I think we really have been led here. It's the only explanation that makes sense. Sveta's right. Something in the air says... Oh, something is off. There's no doubt. You see how Zan and I weren't following you. Not intentionally, anyway. Considering how we parted ways before, it would have been all tricky to track you all down again. The young one is right. We entered these ruins entirely on our own. The path isn't particularly complicated, but suddenly our way back disappeared. Uh-oh, that must have happened when we activated our magma shards. Since we couldn't go back, we forged on. Eventually we found you. Our story is similar. I suppose it's plausible the same thing happened to you. I wouldn't lie at a time like this. How Jude's life hangs by a thread. Well, without an obvious exit, All we can do is press on. Every minute we stand here, Yo-Yo. One more thing. Who are these Tuaparang you keep talking about? They are the fiends who set the mountain rock on us. But you don't think it's them leading us around in here? That's what Karis and Sveta believe. I don't know who else it could be, though. I know that doesn't make that makes some sense, but it doesn't quite feel like the answer. Raoqiao, you have the Magma Orb. The Tuaparang could just take it and start the machine. But if that were the only goal, why not just do it? What else are they up to? Agreed. If the only goal is to starting machines, they could do it faster themselves. There must be some explanation. So what do we do? Press on? Go back? I guess we can't actually go back, can we? I can only speculate, but I suspect we have only a time to travel down this path to find our answers. Sveta, what's wrong? Tonight is the full moon. The people of Belinsk will celebrate with a festival. It's an important day for beastmen. But also for these ruins. You see, the festival is not simply for the beastmen. It is a time we pray for the revival of the ancient civilization. And you think Volchek and the Tuaparang want to use us to bring the revival about? If that's so, heading down the path here is playing right into their scummy hands. True, but our return path is gone, and we cannot sit idle. Every second brings Iolio closer to an end. Well, we could try to force our way backwards, or we could forge ahead. I don't know which is worse. Whatever we do, we can't lose sight of the fact we're here to save Iolio and Haoju. I guess this is why you're the leader, Matthew. Lead on. Well, unfortunately, there's only one possible way we can go, and that's forward. I really don't like the fact, I understand Haoju is, or not Haoju, Raoqiao is doing it for the sake of his sister, but, man, I really don't trust him at the moment. Arrange sun, moon, and matter into the pleasing whole to reveal the path forward. Okay, in order to open this gate, we have to push the moon and the sun on its respective platforms. Now, this is probably the easiest puzzle here. Just simply push these statues on the pedestal, and then go stand on the third pedestal. As soon as you do that, the gate should open. This is the first gate. Now, I mentioned that there's 3 gates in particular in this dungeon. If you go past the third gate, that's the point of no return that I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. So let's go on, and we're going to be entering this ruins right here. Now we talk to this glyph here that says, in all things there's balance. Strike one to affect the other. Now this is kind of an interesting thing that I've always liked that this game did. I'm going to be setting Crush on the shortcut because Crush not only crushes rocks, but it also acts like the pound sign energy from the Lost Age. In the sense of, if you strike a post, it'll go down, the post will go down and make another one come up. So that's what it was meaning by that. So now we can kind of jump across this. We come over here and get this treasure chest. Inside is a sacred feather, which is a, actually, I shouldn't be giving that to Sveta. Let's organize her stuff real quick. Tyrell's got 7 in stock. Dried lizard. Does anybody have that in stock? No, you can keep that dried lizard, I guess. Herb. I can give that to Matthew. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to have to cast Crush on these posts here again to kind of reveal another pathway. I'm going to go ahead and cast Crush on this other post here. Boom! There we go. Alright, now we're going to have to jump across here and go across on this side. Now, there's a Jinny right there. This is the last Jinny on my list that I showed at the beginning of the episode. This guy is missable at the end of the point of no return I was also mentioning. So be sure to grab him while you're here. As soon as you do that, you see that he's on a striking post. So let's cast Crush on the striking post itself. And that'll cause the Jinny to rise up. And then he's going to jump off. Immediately after that, cast Crush again on the post to kind of block his passage. Because if you approach him, he's going to jump right back on that post and you can't get him. So be sure to strike it again so that way he has no place to run. And we're going to come cross right in here. And I do believe we're going to go up and down and all around if I can find a way to it. Actually, hold on. But just around here just a second ago. I was being kind of dumb about this. Go up. Here we go. Man, I was going all over the way. But there, as soon as you approach him, he's going to be like, uh-oh, I don't have a space to jump on. And then you can actually get him at this time. He's going to be mad at you, so he's going to attack you. So this is the first fight that we've had with Sveta in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and show what she can do. She can attack enemies like normal, but she can also beast transform into beast mode. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and just attack. Sword of Dusk, Sunset Burst. I love that sword attack. Sveta casts Beast Form. There we go. And he's going to cast Quake Spear, which is going to hurt a lot. Actually, it didn't hurt quite a bit at all. Alright, so now I'm going to go do that. Now you can either maul, which make a basic Beast Form attack, or you can attack all the foes with Rampage. Let's go ahead and use maul. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Double attack. Sunset Burst. I'm actually probably going to kill him before we even get a chance to... Yeah, I didn't even get a chance to use Sveta's attack. But that's okay. Alright, so now we got the Venus Jinny. Tyroger level 28. That's good. And that was it. I didn't mention this, but all the characters in the back row actually get like half experience points. I don't think I mentioned that. But there we go. We got our last Jinny for this point of no return in general. This is Chasm. Chasm, a spirit of the void. This Jinny is found deep in Belinsk Ruins. The vacuum within Chasm draws everything in. So there we go. We have our next Jinny, and that should pretty much... Actually, you know what I'm gonna... Well, no, that'd be fine. That'd be alright. But now, let's go and keep going onwards now that we've got that Jinny. And I'm actually going to cast... we're going to cast Grip. To go across here, we're going to grab this pole. We're going to go back, because the reason why is because, well... Actually, hold on a second. I'm being kind of dumb right now. Excuse me for being dumb and not knowing where I'm supposed to be going. We're supposed to go this way, and we're going to go all the way around. But, actually, hold on a second. Before we go further, this is kind of just disorienting for a second back. But we're actually going to go down this way. We're going to go south. The reason why I'm going down this way is one of the treasure chests that I told you was on the opposite end of the Belinsk Ruins here. It's actually right here. So as soon as we come up here, we can grab this treasure chest. And inside is actually a good item. It's a Lucky Pepper, which permanently increases luck. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go use that. Let's use the Lucky Pepper. Who's got the lowest luck? Why, Sveta's got the lowest luck, so she'll get that. And then this is a kind of a cool thing. We're going to make a shortcut. I'm going to cast Move. We're going to move this platform over there so that way you can make a shortcut back if we need to. And now we're going to go do what I was going to do. So we're going to go all the way around again. Let me go up. There are monsters in this dungeon. I just haven't run into any of them. So if you want to know why I haven't run any monsters, it's just I have amazing luck for right now. I know, knock on wood, but anyways, let's go, let's go down here. I'm gonna go down, not around. Man, I'm getting really disoriented. This room is throwing me for a loop, going all around, up and down and around and stuff. I'm gonna cast Crush on this post. And what it's actually going to do is I'm going to make a pathway from that treasure chest we opened earlier that had the sacred feather in it. Yeah, now we have a path we can actually go around on. So now I'm going to jump across here, and we're going to go on the other end of the area where that other treasure chest was. We're going to open it. Inside is a water of life, and that's really good to have. So we're going to create another path, like another shortcut. So there we go. Now we can actually go back down and around. I think that post is still struck, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is still struck. Okay, good. I didn't know if the room reset that or not. So now we're gonna cast Grip. Let's cast Grip, and we're gonna go across here. Okay. So now if I cast Crush, I gotta make the pathway again. Cast Crush on both of these posts here. Boom! There we go. We're gonna cast Crush again on the other post. And then we should be able to exit the room now. So, there we go. Let's go ahead and jump, 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 and then jump on this newly made post, and then now we can actually go forward.